Hey Internet, Harris here, and as I'm taking a look at the Galaxy S10, and spoiler alert, I'm a big fan of it, I wanted to give the Galaxy Buds a run, literally. So today I went for a run with them to test these out, how they perform in terms of sound quality, staying in the ear, and just usability and function. Now, as a disclaimer, I use this with my Apple Watch Series 4, and of course, this would probably work better with a Samsung Gear watch, but I don't have one of those. I don't own one of these Samsung smartwatches, so the Apple Watch will work, and it'll connect to these just as a normal Bluetooth pair of earphones would. And so I wanted to take a look. Now, the first thing I noticed was that they are a lot smaller and they pretty much stay in your ear. They protrude a little bit, but they don't have a stem or anything like Apple's. And the other thing is that because of the ear tips, they go deeper into your ear and it's more noise isolating. So when I have these in my ears, it's going to block out a little bit more traffic, which I personally don't mind because I'm still going to hear a car if it's coming, but it just makes the sound quality a little bit better. And I can hear my own voice going away a little bit as I'm talking with these in. Now, Samsung does offer an ambient mode, so you can hear more of your surroundings. You can only get that if you're using these from a Samsung device, and I imagine these would carry over to your Galaxy Watch. So if you have a Samsung device, you have a little bit more noise awareness while running. And when they're in, they're not really, if I'm kind of shaking around, they're not really moving or falling out. They do come with different sized rubber pieces to ground the edge. They're not any type of fin or hook like I had and just talked about for the Apple Watch, or the AirPods I should say. I made a video about them and I love those, and those pretty much prevent it from ever falling out of your ear. I'm a little bit more worried that these will potentially fall out of my ear with more high intensity interval stuff. Hopefully a third-party company will come out with some ear hooks for these. Sun's coming out though. Big fan of that. One thing that I certainly was impressed by is the fact that these offer more controls than Apple's own AirPods do. You can use a single tap, a double tap, a triple tap, and you can use a hold, so you can skip forward, skip back, play, pause, and activate Siri or Google Assistant or Bixby depending on what device you are using. That's really cool, and the fact that it offers more features with the little touchpad on the side than Apple's own AirPods do is a pretty cool feature for someone like me, that even with my Apple Watch, it offered that advantage. Alright, we've got the first aspect of the scenery of this route. All of this up here used to be trees. 100% of what we're about to see. These are all trees before. Look at that. Now it is all houses. Man, crazy transformation. I've been running this route for years, and every one of these houses used to be like 20 trees each. The connection was fine. There were a few times when it would kind of echo, like these would get slightly out of sync and they'd just be echoing back and forth. 4.5 miles in, probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 left. Earbuds are in. There's been like 2 times where the earbuds like got out of sync, like they echoed each other, then they went back. Not a big deal, but not something you really want happening either. But I did that for about 2 seconds and then reset. It happened like 4 times though, but it really wasn't a big deal. But the audio quality just wasn't very impressive. Right away, I could tell the sound just wasn't as full as the AirPods. I'll pull up the hat to see if they still stay in my ears. I don't know, these don't sound very good. And that's saying something, because the AirPods are mediocre, right? They're fine, they're good, they sound just as good as Apple's $30 earbuds, but they're wireless, and that's why people pay for them. These sound a lot more like a pair of fully wireless earbuds I tested out a couple years ago. I just wasn't impressed by the depth or the fullness or the bass or the clarity of these earphones. They're fine, and for a podcast, they're no issue. But if I'm using them for music, I just wasn't very impressed at all by the music. Alright, very last hill of this route. So at the end of the day, if you're using this for running and using it for something active and you have a sampling device, these are going to be pretty good. The sound quality is, I think, its biggest lacking point, but the customizations and the touchpad is really nice. The 6-hour battery life is awesome with this case that it comes with. Wireless charging is really cool. I just hope a third-party company does come out with some wings to really lock them in your ear. But if you want to use these for running, they're not bad and they stay in your ear well. I'm going to stick with my AirPods because the sound quality is better, and I use Apple devices, so at the end of the day I can have better access syncing it with my iPhone, my other devices. But Samsung's Galaxy Buds are nifty, and I like the customizations. And if you have a Samsung device, you're going to get some better quality playback out of this because you can customize the sound profile a little bit to make it better and more suited for you. But if you have an iPhone, you're not going to be able to customize the sound profile. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this running montage. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications for more videos.